So following Ryzen and understanding that Ryzen was competitive with Intel, I chose to get a competitive Ryzen-based computer. But unfortunately, my first CPU, the Ryzen 1600, had was known as Linux marginality bug, which is a CPU bug where under certain circumstances, the CPU would malfunction. And this seemed to have to do with its micro op cache, something wrong with its micro op cache. The micro op cache on my motherboard could be disabled and this problem would go away, but it also made the computer 6% slower and also potentially make the CPU run warmer than it should otherwise run. So this sort of bothered me, but I was a little undecided, but Canon Computers had a sale on the 2600 CPU. I thought it was a good opportunity to sell my old one and get a new CPU. I did this for $80, including tax. And you know, the 2600 is actually faster than the 1600, so I think the upgrade was worth a certain amount of money. I don't know if it was worth $80, but it's certainly the 2600 works a little bit better than the 1600. I believe its memory caches are a little bit faster. It has probably some IPC improvements, and the base clock speeds are better with the 2600. AMD was our main chips that people had these problems with, but the process would take a month or more, and it would have to successfully make it through the mail, and they would have to accept that it was the chips were defective, and then they would have to give me one that worked back. So all in all, I wasn't really looking forward to that process. So here's Blender with 100% CPU rendering, and the temperature stays around 77. I'm not sure if I've ever seen it going to 78. That's a little bit concerning, but not horrible. I'm not sure if the motherboard, like a lot of things aren't auto. I'm not sure if it's actually like overclocks the system a little bit on its own. It's an Asus motherboard. Also, my memory is running a little bit faster than it's rated, but at the same time, there's a lot faster memory than the memory I purchased, because I purchased economical parts, and I think that the 1600, the 2600 is a very economical CPU. It comes with a fan. It's cheaper than the Ryzen 7s. And also, it gives you a realistic number of cores that you could use without running into tasks that are not parallelizable. And also having bottlenecks, memory interface bottlenecks, and potentially needing a lower global clock speed to not have the CPU overheat. So these are problems that you might run into with the Ryzen 7 CPUs